Welcome to the reality revolution. This is the exponential multiplication money activation. Right now, as you're listening to this, somewhere in the world, a single dollar just became $1 million. Not through luck, not through chance, but through the principle I'm about to activate within you over the next few minutes. Your financial reality is about to experience the same kind of exponential explosion. Now, I'm going to share something with you that billionaires know, but never talk about publicly. It's not about budgeting. It's not about saving. And it's definitely not about working harder. It's about understanding how wealth actually multiplies in the real world. And once you understand this, you can't unknow it. See, most people think money grows like climbing stairs, one step at a time. But exponential wealth, that grows like a nuclear reaction. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16. And by the time you get to the 20th step, that single dollar has become over $1 million. By the end of this activation, you will never think about money in the same way again. Your relationship with wealth, with opportunity, with your own financial potential is about to shift so dramatically that it's either going to excite you beyond belief or terrify you because you will realize how much abundance you've been blocking. Here's what I know about you. You wouldn't be here if you weren't ready for this level of expansion. You wouldn't be listening to this if some part of you didn't already know that exponential wealth is not only possible for you, but inevitable. So right now, whether you're walking, driving, cooking, or just sitting there, I want you to get comfortable because we're about to activate something that's been dormant in your financial consciousness. We're about to wake up the part of you that naturally thinks exponentially. And the first thing you need to understand about exponential multiplication is that it's not actually about money at all. Most people are completely stuck in the arithmetic trap. They think, I make $1,000, then I make another $1,000, then another $1,000. That is addition thinking, linear thinking, poor thinking. But exponential thinkers, they see $1,000 becoming $2,000, becoming $4,000, becoming $8,000. They understand multiplication, not addition. Let me tell you an ancient story that will change how you see everything. A wise man once did a favor for a king, and the king said, "Name your reward." The wise man pointed to a chessboard and said, "Just give me 1 grain of rice on the first square, 2 grains on the second, 4 on the third, and keep doubling it until you fill all 64 squares." The king laughed. He thought this man was a fool asking for rice when he could have had a gold. But let's do the math together. Square 1, 1 grain. Square 2, 2 grains. By square 10, 512 grains. Still laughable? Right. But square 20 over 1 million grains. The king starts to sweat. By square 30 over 1 billion grains. The king realizes he's in trouble. By square 64, that wise man would own 18 quintillion grains of rice. That's more rice than has ever existed on planet Earth. More rice than could be produced in 1,000 years. The king would have to give him everything he owned, everything his kingdom owned, and it still would not be enough. That's the power of exponential thinking, and right now, your brain is starting to recognize patterns that were always there, but completely invisible to your arithmetic mind. You're beginning to see that every dollar you've earned had the potential to become that first grain of rice on the chessboard. So here's what billionaires know, but never talk about publicly. They don't just invest money, they invest in exponential systems. They don't just buy assets, they buy things that multiply other things. They don't think about making money, they think about creating money-making machines that create other money-making machines. Warren Buffett doesn't get excited about making $1 million. He gets excited about making $1 million that makes another $1 million that makes another $1 million. That's why compound interest is called the 8th wonder of the world. And your financial consciousness is about to operate the same way. Take a journey into your body right now. Can you sense the trillions of cells that are you? Every single cell in your body is a master of exponential multiplication. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, millions of your cells are dividing, doubling, creating exact copies of themselves in perfect exponential progression. Focus on just one cell for a moment. Picture it floating in the warm, nourishing environment of your body. This cell contains your entire genetic blueprint, every piece of information needed to create another you. And watch what happens when this cell decides to multiply. The cell begins to expand, growing larger, preparing for division. Its nucleus, containing all that precious DNA, starts to duplicate itself. One complete set of genetic information becomes two. The cell membrane begins to stretch, accommodating this doubling process. Now watch as the cell reaches a critical point. The membrane begins to pinch inward from opposite sides, creating two distinct chambers. The genetic material separates, one complete set moving to each new chamber. The pinching continues, narrower and narrower, until split. One cell has become two. Two identical cells, each with the complete power to create life, each with the same potential to multiply again. And they do. Within hours, those two become 4, 4 become 8, 8 becomes 16. This is happening inside you right now. Not just with one cell, but with millions simultaneously. Your body is a living demonstration of exponential multiplication. It is who you are. Your skin cells are doubling. Your blood cells are doubling. The cells in your organs are doubling. You are literally made of exponential growth. Feel that same splitting, doubling, multiplying energy moving into your financial field. That same intelligence that knows how to turn one cell into trillions is now activating in your relationship with money. Your financial consciousness is beginning to divide and multiply, just like your cells. Notice the tingling, warmth, or expansion you're feeling right now. That's not imagination. That's the actual energy of multiplication moving through your nervous system. Your body recognizes this pattern because it is this pattern. You are exponential multiplication in human form. Every breath you take feeds this process. Every heartbeat pumps this multiplying energy through your entire system. Your body temperature, your pulse, the electrical activity in your brain, all of it is shifting to match the frequency of exponential growth. Just as your cells know exactly when to divide, exactly how to double, exactly how to create perfect copies of themselves, your financial intuition is awakening to the same natural timing. The same intelligence that built your body from a single cell is about to build your wealth from a single dollar. Feel that energy intensifying now. It's moving from your cellular level up through your tissues, through your organs, through your entire being. This is the energy signature of exponential multiplication, and it's becoming your new financial frequency. Think about how one video goes viral. Someone creates something, posts it, and maybe their mom watches it. Then their mom shares it with 3 friends. These 3 friends each share it with 5 more people. Those 5 each share it with 10 more. One view becomes 10, becomes 100, becomes 1,000, becomes 10,000, becomes 100,000, becomes 1,000,000. The creator wakes up one morning and their phone is exploding with notifications, millions of views, thousands of comments. Their entire life changed overnight because they understood something that most people don't, that in our connected world, everything has viral potential. But here's what's fascinating. That video didn't go viral because of the platform. It went viral because it contained something that people couldn't help but to share. It had a quality and energy and magnetic pull that made it irresistible to pass along. What if your money had the same viral capacity? What if every dollar you touched, every investment you made, every business decision you chose carried that same irresistible quality that made it multiply through networks of connection? Because here's the truth that most people never realize. Money is viral. Money is social. Every dollar you have is connected to every other dollar in existence through an invisible network of exchange, investment, and opportunity. When you buy a stock, you're not just buying a piece of paper, you're connecting to every other person who believes in that company's exponential potential. When you invest in real estate, you're not just buying property, you're connecting to the entire network of people who need housing, who build housing, who finance housing. Your bank account isn't an isolated island. It's a node in the largest network that has ever existed, the global financial system. And just like a viral video, when you understand how to tap into the network effects, your wealth doesn't just grow, it explodes. Think about Amazon. Jeff Bezos didn't just sell books. He created a platform where millions of other people could sell their products. Every transaction on that platform fed back into Amazon's growth. Every seller who succeeded made Amazon more valuable. Every customer who had a good experience brought more customers. One business became a network that became an empire. That's network effect thinking. That's viral wealth creation. And right now, your financial consciousness is plugging into these same network effects. Every person you know is connected to people you don't know who are connected to opportunities you can't see yet. Your next financial breakthrough might come through a conversation with a stranger who mentions something to their friend, who tells their colleague who has exactly what you need. You're not just attracting money to yourself anymore. You're becoming a viral node in the network of abundance. Money just doesn't come to you. It spreads through you, multiplies through you, and attracts more money because of its movement through your life. Just like those cells in your body that know exactly how to connect and communicate with other cells, your financial energy is learning to connect and communicate with the money that's flowing through everyone else's life. You're becoming a part of the viral spread of wealth itself. This activation is designed so I am using a specific pattern of words, elements, and frequencies to create this activation within you and your energy field so that when you walk away, you're going to start to experience this exponential multiplication in your money. Your relationship with money is encoded in your cellular memory. Every belief you have about wealth, every pattern of scarcity or abundance, every financial habit that feels automatic, it's all written into your DNA like a genetic program that's been running your entire life. Think about it. You inherited your eye color from your ancestors. You inherited your height, your bone structure, your tendency towards certain health conditions, but you also inherited their relationship with money, their fears about not having enough, their beliefs about what's possible, their unconscious patterns around earning, spending, and keeping wealth. Your great-grandmother, who lived through the Depression and hoarded everything she could find, that programming is in your cells. Your grandfather, who believed that money was the root of all evil, that code is running in your system. Your parents, who fought about finances or who never talked about money at all, those patterns are embedded in your nervous system like software running in the background. But here's what's extraordinary about DNA. It is not fixed. Scientists used to think your genetic code was permanent, unchangeable, set in stone from the moment you were born. Now we know that's completely false. Your genes are constantly being turned on and off, activated and deactivated, rewritten and reprogrammed based on your environment, your thoughts, your emotions, and your experiences. Right now, as you're listening to this, we are updating your financial operating system. We're accessing the deepest levels of your cellular programming and installing new code that recognizes exponential multiplication as your natural state, code that sees abundance as your birthright, code that operates from wealth consciousness as your default setting. Feel that shift happening at the molecular level. Your cells are reorganizing themselves around a new financial blueprint. The old scarcity programs are being deleted, overwritten, replaced with exponential abundance algorithms. This process is happening in your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, where your capacity to generate energy is being updated to generate wealth. It's happening in your neurons, where new neural pathways are forming around prosperity thinking. It's happening in your heart cells, where your emotional relationship to money is being completely rewritten. But this isn't just changing you. This is changing your entire lineage. When you transform your financial DNA, you're not just healing your own relationship with money. You are healing the money wounds of your ancestors and creating a new legacy for your descendants. Your children, your grandchildren, the generations that come after you will inherit this new financial blueprint. They'll be born with an unconscious knowing that wealth multiplies exponentially. They will carry in their cells the absolute certainty that abundance is their natural state. You're not just activating exponential multiplication for yourself. You're activating it for your entire genetic line. Every ancestor who struggled with money, who lived in scarcity, who believed they weren't worthy of wealth, their patterns are being cleared through your transformation right now. And every descendant who comes after you will carry the gifts of this activation in their very DNA. They will have access to the levels of financial consciousness that took you years to develop. They'll start life with exponential thinking already installed in their cellular memory. This is how generational wealth actually works. It's not just about leaving money to your children. It's about rewiring the fundamental programming around money that gets passed down through genetic memory. You're creating a new financial destiny for your entire bloodline. Feel that responsibility and that power. You're not just changing your bank account. You're changing the financial fate of everyone connected to you through blood, through love, through the invisible threads that connect all of life. Your transformation ripples backward through time, healing ancestral patterns, and forward through time, blessing future generations. The exponential multiplication code is now permanently installed in your genetic operating system. It's running in the background of every cell, every thought, every decision. Your DNA now carries the blueprint for wealth that multiplies like life itself, naturally, automatically, and inevitably. There are infinite versions of you across infinite timelines right now, in parallel realities that exist simultaneously with this one. There is a version of you who has always thought exponentially. There is a version of you in the information space for the future, for your every action, that always thought exponentially. A version who never questioned whether wealth could multiply rapidly. A version who built their first million, then their first 10 million, then their first 100 million, all while you were learning to think in linear terms. This is not science fiction. This is quantum mechanics. It's the leading edge of physics that tells us reality branches into infinite possibilities with every choice, every thought, every moment of awareness. And in one of those branches, you mastered exponential wealth creation years ago. Let's connect with the version of you who naturally thinks exponentially. Feel across the quantum field right now. Sense that parallel you who wakes up every morning knowing that money multiplies automatically, who sees opportunities everywhere because they understand that everything in the universe follows exponential principles. This version of you doesn't struggle with money beliefs. They don't worry about scarcity. They don't think in terms of trading time for dollars. They think in terms of systems that create wealth while they sleep. They understand compound growth, not as a concept, but as a lived reality they swim in every day. Can you feel them? That version of you who moves through the world with complete financial confidence, who makes decisions from abundance rather than fear, who sees their wealth not as something they have to chase, but as something that chases them because they've become a magnet for exponential opportunities. Feel yourself stepping into that reality now. What's different about how you move through the world when you think exponentially? How do you walk differently when you know your wealth multiplies automatically? How does your voice change when you speak from abundance consciousness rather than scarcity consciousness? Notice how this version of you approaches business decisions. They don't ask, "Can I afford this?" They ask, "How will this multiply?" They don't think about making money, they think about creating money-making systems. They don't invest in stocks, they invest in exponential growth patterns. Feel how this version of you relates to other people. They don't compete for limited resources because they know resources aren't limited. They collaborate from overflow rather than desperation. They attract high-level partners because they vibrate at the frequency of exponential success. This exponential you doesn't just have more money. They have a completely different relationship with reality itself. They see the world as infinitely abundant because they understand the mathematics of multiplication. They know that everything in nature follows exponential principles, and they have aligned their financial life with nature's blueprint. Now here's the quantum secret that changes everything. You're not becoming someone new, you're remembering who you've always been. This exponential version of you isn't separate from you, it is you. It's the you that exists when all the conditioning falls away, when all the limiting beliefs dissolve, when all the scarcity programming gets deleted. Feel the recognition happening right now. This isn't about transformation. This is about remembering. The capacity for exponential wealth has always been encoded in your consciousness. It's been there all along, waiting for you to remember, waiting for you to step into the reality where it's already active. You can feel the timeline shift happening. The version of you who struggled with money, who thought in linear terms, who believed in limitation, that version is fading like a dream you're waking up from. And the exponential you, the wealthy you, the abundant you is becoming more and more real with every breath. This isn't positive thinking. This isn't just visualizing. This is quantum field access. You are stepping from one timeline into another. The timeline where exponential multiplication is your natural way of being, where money flows to you and through you in perfect mathematical progression. Feel yourself settling into this new timeline. Feel yourselves recognizing this reality as home. Feel your nervous system calibrating to exponential consciousness. This is who you've always been underneath all the programming. This is your original financial blueprint coming online. The bridge between timelines is complete. You are no longer the person who hopes for exponential growth. You're the person who lives exponential growth. You're no longer the person who dreams of financial multiplication. You're the person who embodies financial multiplication. Welcome home to your exponential self. See your business growing like a living organism. Whether you have a business now or you're about to create one, watch it breathe with exponential life. Your business isn't just a company, it's a multiplying entity that feeds on opportunity and grows through connection. If you sell a product, see that product multiplying through word of mouth, through social proof, through the viral nature of satisfied customers. One customer tells two friends, those two friends each tell three more, those three tell five more. Your customer base isn't growing by addition, it's growing by multiplication. If you provide a service, see that service creating results so powerful that your clients become walking advertisements. Their success multiplies your success. Their growth creates demand for money of whatever you offer. Every transformation you create in someone's life creates exponential demand for your services. Watch your business systems multiplying themselves. One successful process becomes a template for 10 more processes. One profitable revenue stream becomes the foundation for 5 more revenue streams. One effective marketing strategy becomes the blueprint for exponential customer acquisition. See your team multiplying your impact. Every person you hire doesn't just add to your capacity, they multiply it. They bring their own networks, their own skills, their own potential for exponential contribution. Your business becomes a multiplication engine where everyone's success feeds everyone else's success. Now watch your investments compound like interest on cosmic steroids. Every dollar you invest doesn't just sit there. It works. It multiplies. It creates more dollars that create more dollars. Your portfolio becomes a living ecosystem where each investment feeds the growth of every other investment. See your stock investments multiplying through reinvestment, through dividend growth, through exponential expansion of the companies you own pieces of. You're not just buying stocks, you're buying pieces of exponential growth machines. Watch your real estate investments multiplying through appreciation, through rental income, through refinancing that lets you acquire more properties that acquire more properties. Your real estate portfolio becomes a self-feeding multiplication system where each property creates the capital for the next property. Feel your cryptocurrency investments multiplying through network effects, through adoption curves, through the viral nature of decentralized technologies. You're not just investing in digital assets, you're investing in exponential technological growth. But even if you work for someone else, you're about to see exponential opportunities everywhere. Your job isn't just a paycheck, it's a platform for exponential growth. Your skills multiply your value. Your network multiplies your opportunities. Your reputation multiplies your income potential. See yourself becoming indispensable to your employer through exponential value creation. You don't just do your job, you multiply the results of everyone around you. You become the person who makes everyone else more successful, more productive, more profitable. Watch promotion opportunities multiplying because you have become a multiplication force within your organization. You don't just get promoted, you create new positions, new departments, new levels of value that did not exist before you arrived. Feel side income opportunities multiplying your expertise, your connections, your unique combinations of skills and experience. Your job becomes the foundation for multiple revenue streams that grow beyond what any single paycheck could provide. Speaking of multiple revenue streams, see them flowing like tributaries feeding a mighty river. You don't have one source of income. You have 5, 10, 20 sources, each one feeding the others, each one growing stronger because of its connection to the whole. Your salary feeds your investment account. Your investment returns fund your business ventures. Your business profits create more investment opportunities. Your multiple income streams create compound effects, where the whole becomes exponentially greater than the sum of its parts. Watch passive income streams multiply while you sleep. Rental properties generating monthly cash flow. Dividend stocks paying quarterly distributions. Online courses selling automatically. Affiliate commissions compounding through automated systems. See activated income streams multiplying through your conscious effort. Consulting fees from your expertise. Speaking fees from your knowledge. Coaching income from your experience. Service fees from your specialized skills. Feel the synergy between all your income streams. Each one makes the others more powerful. Your business experience makes you a better investor. Your investment knowledge makes you a better business owner. Your job expertise creates opportunities for consulting income. This is exponential income generation, not just more money, but money that multiplies money. Not just multiple streams, but streams that create more streams. Not just growth, but multiplication that feeds on itself and compounds automatically. Every financial decision you make now considers exponential potential. Every opportunity you evaluate gets measured by its multiplication capacity. Every investment, every business move, every career choice gets filtered through exponential thinking. You're not just earning money anymore. You're creating exponential wealth machines that generate exponential wealth machines. You're not just building income streams, you're building income rivers that feed income oceans. This is how exponential thinkers operate in the world of business and investment. Step fully into the consciousness of exponential wealth. This isn't about having $1 million. This is about thinking like someone who creates millions effortlessly. Feel yourself expanding into this consciousness where wealth isn't something you chase, but something that flows through you like electricity through a conductor. In this consciousness, you don't count money, you multiply it. You don't save pennies, you create systems that generate thousands. You don't budget for scarcity, you allocate for abundance. Your relationship with money has completely transformed from linear thinking to exponential reality. Feel what it's like to know that every dollar that comes into your life has the potential to become $1 million. Not someday, not eventually, but inevitably, because you understand the mathematics of multiplication. You see money the way nature sees seeds, each one containing infinite potential for exponential growth. How do you wake up differently when you live in exponential wealth consciousness? You don't wake up worried about bills. You wake up excited about opportunities. You don't check your bank account with anxiety. You check your investment returns with anticipation. Your morning thoughts aren't about what you can't afford. They're about what you're going to multiply today. You shower differently when you know you're exponentially wealthy. The water doesn't feel like an expense. It feels like abundance flowing over abundance. You eat differently when scarcity thinking has been deleted from your system. Every meal feels like a celebration of overflow rather than a careful calculation of cost. How do you make decisions from exponential wealth consciousness? You don't ask, can I afford this? You ask, will this multiply my wealth? You don't think about the price. You think about the exponential return. You don't make choices from fear. You make choices from the certainty that abundance is your natural state. When you're choosing where to live, you don't think about mortgage payments. You think about appreciation potential. When you're choosing what to drive, you don't think about monthly payments. You think about the image and energy that attracts exponential opportunities. When you're choosing how to spend your time, you don't think about immediate income. You think about exponential impact. You interact with people differently when you operate from exponential wealth consciousness. You don't network to get something, you network to give value that multiplies back to you exponentially. You don't compete with others, you collaborate because you know that abundance multiplied by abundance creates even more abundance. Your conversations change completely. You don't talk about problems, you talk about exponential solutions. You don't complain about the economy, you identify exponential opportunities that economic shifts create. You don't gossip about others' limitations, you discuss exponential possibilities that inspire everyone around you. Your energetic signature is now broadcasting exponential multiplication. People can feel it when they're around you. They can sense that you operate from a different level of consciousness. They are drawn to your energy because it makes them feel like their own exponential potential is possible. You walk differently when you embody exponential wealth consciousness. Your posture carries the confidence of someone who knows that money multiplies automatically in their presence. Your voice carries the authority of someone who speaks the language of abundance fluently. Your presence carries the magnetism of someone who has aligned with the exponential forces of the universe. Opportunities are drawn to you like metal to a magnet because your consciousness has become a powerful attractor field. You don't have to chase opportunities. They chase you. You don't have to convince people to do business with you. They want to do business with you because they can feel your exponential energy. Business partners seek you out because they know that partnering with exponential consciousness multiplies their own success. Investors want to fund your ventures because they recognize that you think in terms of exponential returns. Clients pay premium prices because they know that exponential thinking creates exponential value. The universe recognizes itself around your new consciousness. Synchronicities become normal. Coincidences become expected. Lucky breaks become automatic, because you've aligned with the exponential flow of abundance that has always moved through your reality. You notice opportunities everywhere because your consciousness is now tuned to the exponential frequency. You see potential investments that others miss because you're looking through exponential eyes. You recognize business opportunities that others overlook because you're thinking with exponential intelligence. Money flows to you from directions you never expected because exponential consciousness creates exponential magnetism. Old debts get paid unexpectedly. New income streams appear spontaneously. Investment returns exceed projections automatically. But here's what's most important about exponential wealth consciousness. It's not about the money. It's about becoming the kind of person who creates exponential value in the world. It's about thinking so abundantly that your very presence multiplies the abundance of everyone around you. You're not just wealthy now. You're a wealth generator. You don't just have exponential money. You are exponential multiplication in human form. This is your new identity. This is your new reality. This is who you've always been. Finally, fully activated and online. Your wealth consciousness has expanded beyond personal accumulation into universal contribution. You create exponential value because you are exponential value. You attract exponential opportunities because you are an exponential opportunity for everyone whose life you touch. Say this with me. I am exponential multiplication in human form. Feel those words settling into every cell of your being. This isn't an affirmation you're trying to convince yourself of. This is recognition of what you actually are. You are the physical embodiment of the same exponential force that turns seeds into forests, that turns single cells into complex organisms, that turns ideas into movements that change the world. Say this with me. I am the living expression of exponential abundance. Every breath you take multiplies the oxygen in your system. Every heartbeat multiplies the circulation of life through your body. Every thought you think has the potential to multiply into reality. You don't just think exponentially, you are exponential thinking made flesh. Say this with me. I am a multiplication machine designed by the universe to create exponential wealth. Your DNA is programmed for exponential growth. Your nervous system is wired for exponential expansion. Your consciousness is calibrated to recognize exponential opportunities everywhere you look. Your subconscious is now collecting evidence of this truth everywhere. It is scanning your environment, your experiences, your interactions, looking for proof that you are indeed exponential multiplication in action. And it's finding that proof everywhere, because once you know what to look for, the evidence is overwhelming. You start noticing how your ideas multiply when you share them, how your energy multiplies when you're around other people, how your impact multiplies when you act from alignment, how your resources multiply when you operate from abundance rather than scarcity. Your subconscious is filing away every moment when something in your life grows exponentially. Every time an investment performs better than expected, every time a business opportunity exceeds projections, every time your income jumps rather than climbs, these aren't accidents. They are evidence of your exponential nature expressing itself. Any old limitations are dissolving like sugar in water. Those beliefs that told you money was scarce, that wealth was for other people, that you had to work hard for every dollar, they're dissolving completely. They can't survive in the presence of exponential consciousness because they're not compatible with your new reality. Feel the resistance melting away. The fear of not having enough, the worry about financial security, the anxiety about making the wrong choices. all of it dissolving, because you now know that exponential multiplication is your natural state. You can't be separate from abundance because you are abundance. The old programming that said money doesn't grow on trees is being replaced with money multiplies like life itself. The old belief that you have to work hard for money is being replaced with money works exponentially for me. The old pattern of there's never enough is being replaced with there's always exponentially more. Every cell in your body is saying yes to exponential abundance. Your cellular intelligence recognizes exponential growth as its native language. Every cell in your body multiplies exponentially. That's how you grew from a single fertilized egg into the complex being you are today. Your cells know how to multiply, and now they're applying that same intelligence to your financial reality. Feel your cells vibrating with exponential energy. Your blood cells carrying exponential information through your circulatory system. Your cellular memory is now programmed for exponential wealth. Every cell remembers what it feels like to multiply effortlessly. Every cell carries the blueprint for exponential expansion. Every cell broadcasts the frequency of multiplication into your biofield. Say this with me. I am worthy of exponential wealth because I am exponential wealth. This isn't about deserving something external. This is about recognizing something internal. You're not trying to attract abundance from outside. You're allowing the abundance that you are to express itself through your external reality. Say this with me. I am designed for exponential success because success is my natural expression. When you're aligned with your exponential nature, success isn't something you achieve. It's something you are. You don't become successful. You allow your inherent success to multiply through everything you touch. Say this with me. I am a magnet for exponential opportunities because I am an exponential opportunity. People are drawn to do business with you because being around you multiplies their own potential. Money flows to you because you have become a multiplication point in the financial ecosystem. Feel these new beliefs installing themselves at the deepest levels of your consciousness. They're not sitting on top of old beliefs. They're replacing old beliefs completely. They're rewriting your fundamental operating system. They're becoming the new default programs that run automatically in the background of your awareness. Say this with me. I trust exponential multiplication because I am exponential multiplication. You don't have to figure out how money will multiply in your life. You just have to be who you are and allow the multiplication to happen naturally. You don't have to force it. You just have to stop blocking it. Stop blocking the flow that wants to move through you. These are not new beliefs. They're a recognition of eternal truths about your nature that have always been true, but were covered by your conditioning. You're not installing foreign programming. You're removing the interference that was blocking your natural exponential expression. Every old limitation that's dissolving creates space for exponential possibilities to emerge. Every old fear that is melting away allows exponential confidence to flow. Every old scarcity pattern that's being deleted creates room for exponential abundance to install itself. Your new belief system is now fully online. Your identity has shifted permanently. Your cellular programming has been updated. Your subconscious is operating from exponential truth. You are now exponential multiplication in human form, and this is irreversible. Tomorrow, you will wake up with exponential awareness flowing through every moment of your day. Your morning routine will be different because you are no longer the same person you went to sleep last night. You will brush your teeth knowing that you are exponential multiplication in action. You will look in the mirror and see someone whose very presence multiplies opportunities. Your first cup of coffee will taste different because you are drinking it from exponential consciousness. And as you plan your day, you won't be thinking about getting through tasks. You'll be thinking about how each activity can multiply into something greater. Your to-do list becomes an exponential opportunity list. When you check your phone, you will notice messages differently. That text from a friend might contain the seed of a business opportunity. That email might carry information that leads to exponential investment returns. That social media post might connect you to the exact person who multiplies your success. Every choice you make now carries exponential potential. When you decide what to wear, you're choosing the energy signature that attracts exponential opportunities. When you decide what to eat, you're fueling exponential consciousness. When you decide how to spend your time, you are investing in exponential returns. Your decision-making process has completely transformed. You don't just ask, what do I want to do? You ask, what choice will create the most exponential impact? You don't just consider immediate consequences, you consider exponential ripple effects that extend far into the future. When someone asks you to make a decision, you pause and feel into the exponential potential. Does this choice align with multiplication? Does this opportunity have the capacity to grow beyond what's immediately visible? Does this direction support your identity as exponential abundance in action? You will find yourself naturally drawn to exponential opportunities that you would have missed before. That investment opportunity that your friend mentions doesn't just sound interesting, it sounds exponentially aligned. That business idea that crosses your mind doesn't seem possible, it seems exponentially inevitable. Your radar is now calibrated to exponential frequency. You notice conversations differently because you're listening for exponential potential. You notice advertisements differently. You notice people differently because you're recognizing exponential patterns. Walking down the street, you notice real estate with exponential investment potential. Sitting in a coffee shop, you hear conversations that spark exponential business ideas. Reading the news, you identify exponential trends before they become obvious to everyone else. The universe is reorganizing itself around your new financial frequency. Synchronicities that support your exponential expansion are becoming your new normal. The right people appear at exactly the right time with exactly the right information you need for exponential growth. Books fall off shelves that contain the exact exponential strategy you need to understand. Podcasts autoplay episodes about exponential thinking just when you need to hear them. Articles pop up in your social media feed with exponential investment opportunities that perfectly match your interests. Phone calls come at precisely the moment you're ready to hear exponential possibilities. Emails arrive with exponential opportunities just as you've developed the consciousness to recognize them. Invitations appear to events where you will meet exponential collaboration partners. But here is what is most important. You will recognize these synchronicities as normal rather than miraculous. Your exponential consciousness expects exponential support from the universe. You don't get excited about lucky breaks because you know they're automatic expressions of your exponential nature. Your daily actions will be inspired by exponential intelligence rather than limited thinking. You will find yourself taking actions that seemed risky before, but now feel obviously aligned. You will make investments that seemed impossible before now, but feel exponentially inevitable. That business that you've been thinking about starting, you will find yourself taking the first exponential steps without overthinking. That investment strategy you've been considering, you will find yourself implementing it with exponential confidence. Your work will multiply because you're bringing exponential consciousness to everything you do. That income stream you've been dreaming about, you will find yourself creating it with exponential momentum. Your productivity will increase not because you're working harder, but because you're thinking exponentially about efficiency and impact. Your relationships will multiply in value because you're relating from exponential abundance rather than scarcity. You will attract higher level friends because your consciousness has shifted to a higher level. You'll find yourself in conversations about exponential possibilities rather than linear limitations. Your free time will be filled with exponential activities. Instead of consuming entertainment passively, you will find yourself creating value exponentially. Instead of scrolling social media mindlessly, you find yourself connecting with exponential opportunities. Even your rest will be exponential. Your sleep will be more restorative because your cells are regenerating from exponential consciousness. Your dreams will contain exponential visions that your subconscious translates into waking reality. Your relaxation will recharge you for exponential action. Every day will build exponentiality on the previous day. Not just linear progress, but multiplication of consciousness, multiplication of opportunities, multiplication of results. Your life becomes an exponential expansion, where each day creates more potential than the day before. Your practical life now runs on exponential principles. Every action multiplies, every choice compounds, every decision creates exponential ripple effects that extend far beyond what you can immediately see. Your subconscious is now permanently programmed for exponential thinking. Every neural pathway has been restructured around multiplication rather than addition. Every automatic thought pattern now defaults to exponential possibilities rather than linear limitations. The old subconscious programs that calculated scarcity have been completely deleted and replaced with exponential abundance algorithms. Your automatic responses to financial opportunities are now calibrated to exponential potential. Your unconscious decision-making process now filters every choice through exponential multiplication criteria. This reprogramming is permanent because it's not artificial conditioning. It's the restoration of your original exponential blueprint. Your subconscious recognizes this as your natural state returning online. Tonight, your dreams will reinforce these new patterns. Your dream state now becomes an exponential multiplication laboratory where your subconscious processes exponential scenarios, practices exponential responses, and integrates exponential consciousness even more deeply. You will dream of multiplication scenarios that feel completely natural, investment returns compounding exponentially. Your REM sleep will process exponential mathematics at cellular levels. Wake up tomorrow and you will feel differently immediately because your dream state will have solidified the exponential programming. This activation continues working even when you're not thinking about it. Exponential multiplication is now your background operating system. It runs automatically like your heartbeat, like your breathing, like your cellular regeneration. You don't have to remember to be exponential. You simply are exponential. This activation compounds itself automatically. Every exponential experience you have reinforces the programming. Every multiplication you witness strengthens the neural pathways. Your exponential consciousness now operates like an immune system, constantly active, constantly protecting, constantly strengthening your connections to abundance. You're now part of the exponential multiplication family. Thousands of people around the world have experienced this activation and are living from exponential consciousness. You are connected to a global network of exponential thinkers who understand multiplication mathematics at the deepest levels. This community operates on exponential principles. When one person succeeds exponentially, everyone's potential multiplies. When one person breaks through to new levels of abundance, everyone's ceiling raises exponentially. Your success contributes to the exponential success of everyone in this family. You can feel this connection right now. Other people who have completed this activation are thinking exponentially at this very moment. Their exponential consciousness amplifies your exponential consciousness. Your exponential energy amplifies theirs. Comment below with the first sign of exponential growth you notice. Maybe it's an unexpected opportunity that appears within 24 hours. Maybe it's an investment that performs better than projected. Maybe it's an income increase that multiplies beyond what seemed possible. Share your exponential evidence with the community. When you share your exponential experiences, you reinforce the programming in yourself and it activates it more deeply in others. Your success stories become multiplication seeds that inspire exponential breakthroughs in everyone who reads them. Your evidence becomes proof for others that exponential multiplication is real and accessible. And I want you to write in the comments right now, I am exponential, to confirm that you have followed me at least this far in opening up to this activation. If you're committed to this exponential journey, subscribe now, because each activation builds on the previous one. This isn't just a series of separate videos, it's an exponential curriculum where each level multiplies the power of every other level. Subscribe to my channel. Your subscription becomes an investment in exponential consciousness that pays exponential dividends in every area of your life. Your subscription signals to the universe that you're serious about exponential transformation. It's a declaration that you're ready to fully embody exponential multiplication in every aspect of your existence. You are exponential multiplication in action. You are abundance expressing itself through human consciousness. You are the universe's method of creating exponential wealth through individual awareness. You are multiplication mathematics made manifest in physical reality. From this moment forward, exponential multiplication flows through every breath you take, every decision you make, every relationship you create, every opportunity you encounter. Your transformation ripples through time and space, affecting everyone connected to you, everyone who will be connected to you, and everyone who has ever been connected to you. Your exponential awakening contributes to the exponential awakening of human consciousness itself. You are exponential now and always, in all ways, through all days, exponentially and eternally. This activation is complete, and your exponential life begins now. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to the Reality Revolution.